Gunars Prande is a well-known and well-beloved personality around SVA. In 1982, he transferred into the college as an undergraduate and later returned to SVA to work and teach in its printmaking shop, where today he is Director of Operations. For the last 8 years or so, Gunars has been heading down to Cuba every spring break to teach SVA's Printmaking in Havana course. In total, he's been involved with SVA for over 35 years, earning his MFA in Fine Arts along the way. Gunars is an extremely popular instructor, having an unparalleled understanding of seemingly every printmaking method, a knowledge that he's been sharing with generations of students patiently and passionately. And he's an awesome storyteller, so who better to invite for a cup of joe and tell us some stories about the good old days?
Hi everybody, welcome to another installment of Joe's MOs. Today we have my freshman silkscreen teacher, Gunnar. So I was at the print shop in 2009, and it's 8 years later. Is there any changes during the past 8 years? There's a big renovation, I heard.
Yeah, we did a very big renovation. We got a lot more real estate, so now we have 2 silkscreen rooms, a computer room. You know, the printing presses are all there. Everything's the way it was, but modern lighting, modern ventilation.
So you were a student back then, and now you're a teacher here. What do you feel is the biggest difference, and what is the thing that just did not change at all?
Well, first, when I started working here, I was the age of the students. Now I'm the age of their parents. That's a big change for me. I would say the biggest change is just, the internet, the idea of kind of communicating. When I went to school, if you were going to do some kind of a performance, you would make a poster, you would make a Xerox flyer.
Right.
That was the only way to communicate. So the poster was king, that kind of thing. You would, word of mouth. Anybody that was doing something would get their friends to come. So there was this kind of enthusiasm. You actually knew most of the people in the audience.
Right.
Now, now so much is available to you. When I was a student, a teacher would mention an artist's name, and I would go home and kind of try to look it up and go to the library, look it up, look in art magazines, and otherwise it was very hard to find things. Now I mention a name, they look on their phone right away.
They straight up Google.
So I think information, maybe too much information is available, so it gets confusing, but it's different. It's just a different system, I think.
This is true. So Keith Haring and Kenny Scharf, a bunch of them all went to SVA, and they do a lot of silkscreen and a lot of printing. Were they using the school labs, or they were using
the school labs?
Well, that's amazing. So were you?
The person that was really doing the most printing was this guy John Sex, and then he would do things for other people. Cool. So I met some of the first people I met at school were through this lab, and they would be. One person was an illustrator, one person was a musician. They would come and they would have posters printed. It was the way he made money for his performances. And again, it was before the internet, so if you had a show, it was up in the street, there were posters, so the poster was kind of king at that time. But these were these clubs, it was like somebody would say, I'm doing something tomorrow, why don't you come by? And again, it would be like 20 people or 50 people. So it was a very small scene. The East Village, most of the storefronts were empty, people lived in them, there were 2 or 3 bars. It was really, if you were going out, you kind of ran into each other.
Cool, amazing. Thank you so much, Gunnar.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for tuning in to Joe's MOs. See you next time.